super short. So let's see how we do.
Let's take up Stevens on the record in BU 2024 TR 3251.
Wrong button.
State of Kansas versus Candace Ronell Stevenson. Jared Regier for the state. Candace Stevens, if you're here, please start your audio and video. Candace Stevens,
I thought I saw a big story saying that kind of the opposite, but then again, I don't live there. Maybe I'm thinking of Minnesota.
I see a picture in your name. Please start your audio and video.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just trying to figure out how to get back to it, turn it on.
All right. Well, you got your volume, and then it looks like you turned it off. Are you on a telephone? If you are, run your finger down the side or the bottom of your phone, and you should have that little red microphone click. And if you tap on that, then you should get your volume back. And
she started to go downhill? When was she ever uphill?
If you see the little red camera with the line through it, click on
I got it. I got it.
You got it. Good job. All right. We are here for bench trial on one count of failing to yield to emergency vehicle when approaching a stationary emergency vehicle. And it looks like the state has its witness and is ready to go. Are you ready to go, Miss Stevens?
Yes, I was just trying to make sure I got the video in the right position.
All right. And as I recall, this isn't one of those that had a long history. This is just one that you wanted to trial because you believed you were not guilty. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
With all due respect, Your Honor, this the record, this is a case that has.
All right, I'm just gonna put my comments on here for the record. Hey, I think she's the worst judge by far. By far. I don't know why she continues to stream on YouTube. She is biased. She's irrational. And I don't think she's weak at all. I think she's kind of ruthless in some scenarios. Yeah, I'll stick with that for now.
A long history.
Yes, well, I see Zoom codes were originally sent to the defendant April 29th for April 30th.
Your Honor, if I may.
Go ahead.
Your Honor, this is a case that has been set for bench trial on 2 previous occasions, with both of those being continued at the request of the defendant over the state's objections noted on the record by the state's information.
All right, that is so noted. But it's not one, I don't believe it's one where I said it to get it moving. I think she wanted it, but maybe. In any event, I think we've covered the record, so state's ready to proceed?
At the court's leisure, Your Honor.
Defendant's ready to proceed, Ms. Stevens?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, and that could be true. I only started watching her about 2 years ago, so.
All right, please call your first witness, Mr. Regier.
Your Honor, may I request 30 seconds of the court's time?
You certainly can. Granted.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state calls Trooper Buck Herbert to the stand.
Well, Trooper Herbert, please raise your right hand. You solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. You may lower your hands. Mr. Regier, please proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Would you please state your name for the record?
My name is Buck Herbert.
And where are you employed?
I'm a master trooper with the Kansas Highway Patrol.
Okay. And is Master Trooper your...
His name is Buck, and he likes...
professional title in your capacity with the Kansas Highway Patrol?
Yes.
How long have you worked as a law enforcement officer?
Since 2018.
So approximately 8 years?
Not quite, but approximate.
Okay. Do you have any prior experience in law enforcement before your time with the Kansas Highway Patrol?
I've been with KHP since 2020. I was with the Sedgwick County Sheriff's Office prior to that.
Okay. Were you on active duty in your professional capacity on December 7th, 2024 at approximately...
You know, it's funny you should mention that one, Mr. Fiction. I have that one downloaded, and I was going to bring that one back like this week just for the heck of it.
approximately 12:07 p.m.?
Yes.
Not on a live.
And where were you at the time?
I was patrolling Butler County on U-77 highway, approximately milepost 35.
Okay. And when you say patrolling Butler County is approximately milepost 35 that you referred to, is that in Butler County specifically?
Yes.
Were you patrolling in a vehicle of some kind?
Yes, a marked Kansas Highway Patrol vehicle.
Okay. And when you say marked Kansas Highway Patrol vehicle, does this vehicle contain any signals or indicia on its exterior to suggest that it is a law enforcement vehicle?
Yes, it has gold badges on the side. It's marked with state trooper in writing on the vehicle, and it's got red, blue, and white emergency lights signifying it as an emergency vehicle.
Okay. And these symbols that you described on the sides of your vehicle, would you describe them as small or large in size?
Large.
Okay. Approximately how large would you say?
I'm unsure.
As a guesstimate.
Which part?
The shields you had referred to.
The shields, I would say, are probably approximately a foot tall by a foot wide.
Okay. Do you recall if your patrol vehicle was in motion at the time?
It was not.
Okay. Do you recall what direction you were facing?
Northbound.
Okay. I want to talk about this area that you had referred to. At the time, is it your testimony that you were stationary in your marked patrol vehicle?
Yes.
Okay. This area that you referred to on US 77, is that a rural or urban area, to the best of your knowledge?
It's rural. It's to the south of the town of Douglas.
Okay. Do you consider US 77 a highway?
Yes.
Is that a state or federal highway?
It is a federal highway.
Okay. At this location, would you describe US 77 as more curving or more of a straight shot?
More of a straight shot.
Okay. At this location, is US 77 divided for multiple lanes of traffic?
It's not a divided highway. It's a 2-lane highway, one northbound and one southbound lanes.
Okay. So at this location, is it your testimony that US 77 is made up of 2 lanes driving in opposite directions?
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything on the roadway that separates the northbound lane from the southbound lane in this area?
A yellow lane line.
On a roll today, Leslie.
Do you recall if there are any trees near this area, near to the roadway?
I don't remember specifically.
Okay. Do you recall what the weather was like on the date and time in question?
Fair. I don't remember any adverse weather.
Okay. And do you recall any aspects of the location at this date and time that impaired your field of vision in any way?
No.
Okay. Are you familiar with KSA 8-1530?
Yes.
What does that require drivers on divided 2-lane roads to do when overtaking stopped police vehicles with activated flashing signal lights?
So if they can move over to an adjacent lane, they have to. If that would be unsafe, they have to maintain they have to slow down to a speed that's safe for road weather and traffic conditions.
Okay. And when you say slow down, does that refer to a specific class of vehicles?
No.
No. So is it your testimony that this requirement of slowing down to a safe speed is required for all vehicles on roadways in this kind of a situation?
Correct.
Okay. Your Honor, at this time, I respectfully request the court take judicial notice of KSA 8-1530.
Taken.
Master Trooper, do you consider yourself capable of identifying traffic violations on site?
Yes.
Besides your approximately 7 to 8 years of experience, do you have any other past experiences or special training that allows you to notice and identify traffic violations when you see them?
No.
Are you not required to undergo any training to obtain your certification as a law enforcement officer?
Yes. I have to complete a basic law enforcement academy for both agencies I've worked for.
Okay. And did you in fact complete both of those training experiences successfully?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have to complete any continuing education requirements to satisfy your obligations as a law enforcement officer?
Yes.
Could you please describe those for the court?
It's various aspects of law enforcement. We continue to upkeep every year.
Okay.
It's different.
Are you required to specifically to complete a certain number of training requirements each year?
At least 40 hours.
Okay.
If you're not familiar with Mr. Regier here, he made a list of standardized questions to ask a defendant in a traffic infraction case that he made himself. It's about 200 questions long, and he passed it out to the rest of his office.
And are you current on your continuing education obligations at this time?
Yes.
Okay. Now you mentioned previously that on the date and time in question you were stopped. Where were you stopped?
On the right shoulder of northbound U-77.
Okay. And why were you stopped on the right shoulder of northbound US 77?
I had just been on a traffic stop with a violator from a previous violation.
Okay. So is it your testimony that this vehicle that you were conducting the traffic stop on first, it was because you noticed another traffic violation?
Can you repeat the question?
I'll re-ask. When you conducted this traffic stop, did you observe any traffic violations which led you to initiate this traffic stop?
The traffic stop that I was already on?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Did you successfully conduct this traffic stop?
Yes.
Okay. Did you issue any citations or other tickets as a result of this traffic stop?
I don't remember specifically on the previous traffic stop. I believe it was a citation for speed.
Okay. But you did, but is it your testimony that you did in fact issue a citation on this particular traffic stop?
I don't remember specifically.
Okay. This vehicle that you conducted this traffic stop on, did you ever approach this vehicle on foot?
Yes.
Okay. Did you ever return to your marked patrol vehicle during this stop?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you talking about the first stop or the defendant's stop?
The first stop. To clarify, are you testifying as to the first stop, Master Trooper?
Yes. Sorry, that was some of my confusion earlier as well.
Okay. During this
about the speeding violation that he stopped for.
Yeah. During this speeding violation traffic stop, approximately how far from the vehicle was your patrol vehicle parked, if you recall?
I don't recall the exact distance. I generally shoot for, I don't know, I'd say about 10 feet or so away from the vehicle. It varies stop to stop and for different reasons.
But is approximately 10 feet between your patrol vehicle and a suspected violator. Is that your ordinary practice in your ordinary course of business?
Generally, that distance or more.
Okay. On this first traffic stop, do you recall if your patrol vehicle was parked on the same side of the road as the speeding vehicle?
It was.
Okay. Do you recall if your patrol vehicle was parked in front of or behind the speeding vehicle?
Behind.
Okay. Now, you mentioned this previously, but for purposes of the record, this marked patrol vehicle that you were operating on the date and time in question, is it in fact equipped with flashing signal lights?
Yes.
And where are these flashing signal lights located?
Underneath basically the top visor on the inside of the vehicle to the front and rear.
Okay. When these flashing signal lights are activated, does it emit of any colors of light?
Red, blue, and white.
Okay. And these red, blue, and white lights, do they are they directed in any particular direction?
To the front and to the back.
Okay. So is it your testimony that if these lights were activated, a driver could see these activated lights from both the front and the rear?
Yes.
Okay. During this traffic stop on the suspected speed violator, did you ever deactivate your flashing signal lights?
I don't remember specifically on the first stop. If I did deactivate any at all, since I was still with that vehicle, I would have only deactivated the front to signal them that they could leave.
Okay. So is it your testimony that your patrol vehicle is equipped with front and rear flashing signal lights?
Correct.
Okay. And did you in fact initiate your flashing signal lights before conducting the stop on the speed violator?
Yes.
Okay. But your testimony is that you never although you might have deactivated your front flashing signal lights, you never deactivated your rear flashing signal lights.
Correct.
Okay. On December 7th, 2024, at approximately 12:07 p.m., did you see any other acts committed by any other vehicles that you consider traffic violations?
Yes.
What did you see?
I was in my patrol vehicle, had just returned after finishing up the previous stop. As I sat there observing traffic and waiting for the previous violator to leave, I saw an SUV at highway speed come up behind me and passed me in the lane next to me. And I checked the speed of that vehicle that went past me at 64 miles an hour.
Okay. When this second vehicle, do you recall the make of it?
It was a Chevy Traverse.
Okay. Do you recall the color of this vehicle?
Like a dark gray or a black.
Okay. Now, you testified previously that you observed this Chevrolet drive past your patrol vehicle. Is that correct?
Yes.
When it drove past your vehicle, did it approach and drive past your vehicle from the front or the rear?
From the rear toward the front.
Okay. And you testified previously that you were facing northbound. What direction was the Chevrolet driving?
Northbound.
Okay. So is it your testimony that at the time, both your patrol vehicle and the Chevrolet were directed or driving in the same direction?
Yes.
Okay. And when you observed this Chevrolet driving past your marked patrol vehicle from the rear, were your rear flashing signal lights activated?
Yes.
Okay. When the Chevrolet drove past you, was your patrol vehicle still parked on the right side of US 77 per your testimony?
Yes.
You mentioned previously that the vehicle that you had conducted the first traffic stop on, you were waiting for them to depart. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. When the Chevrolet drove past you, was the first vehicle that you stopped also parked on the right side of US 77?
Yes.
Okay. And when you say this Chevrolet was driving at highway speed, do you consider highway speed to be a high or slow rate of speed?
Sorry, I had to take a phone call. What'd I miss?
High speed.
Okay. What lane was this Chevrolet driving in when it drove past your vehicle?
It would be the northbound lane.
Okay. And were you parked immediately adjacent to the northbound lane during this initial stop?
Yes, on the shoulder.
Okay. So is it your testimony that when this Chevrolet was driving in the northbound lane, it passed immediately adjacent to your patrol vehicle?
Yes.
Okay. Were there any intervening lanes between the vehicle that you conducted the first stop on and the Chevrolet?
No.
Okay. And did you personally observe the Chevrolet drive past the first vehicle that you conducted the traffic stop on?
Yes.
Okay. Now you testified to this previously, but just for the record, you testified previously that the Chevrolet was driving at highway speed. I think you said 64 miles per hour. Did you use any specialized equipment to make this determination?
I did. I used my Stalker Dual DSR radar.
Okay. And are you certified to use this equipment?
Yes.
Okay. Do you use testing on this equipment to check that it's working properly?
Yes.
Okay. Could you please describe this testing for the court?
So it is an internal self-test that I activate with the remote switch, and the unit does a test to make sure all the signals are functioning properly, as well as the antennas that are pointed to the front and rear. And if there are any issues, it will indicate that by an error message on the unit, and then it will be taken out of service.
Okay. How often does this testing on the Stalker radar take place?
It'll be the beginning and the end of my shift when it is used for enforcement.
Okay. And you mentioned that a Stalker radar would be taken out of service if this test had resulted in any issues. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. Would you use your Stalker radar for law enforcement, for any law enforcement, such a notification of issues, to use your word?
No.
Okay. On December 7th, 2024, at approximately 12:07 p.m., was the Stalker radar in your marked patrol vehicle working properly?
Yes.
And how do you know that?
Because it had not thrown an error code when I was utilizing it.
Okay. Can you confirm that the Chevrolet that drove past you in the adjacent lane was specifically clocked by the Stalker radar?
Can you ask that again?
Yes. Can you confirm that the Chevrolet driving past your marked patrol vehicle in the adjacent lane was specifically clocked by your Stalker radar unit?
Yes.
And how do you know that?
Because it was traveling by itself.
Okay. So is it your testimony that there were no other nearby vehicles in motion that would have interfered with your reading?
Correct. And even if there was, it was the closest one to the radar unit when it was checked. And I also had line of sight. Like I watched the vehicle come up behind me and then pass me. And with that tracking history, I was able to verify that I had the correct vehicle.
Okay. Does your Stalker radar include any functionality for measuring the closest moving vehicle?
It will typically favor the closest vehicle.
Okay. Is there anything that you recall about that day which might suggest your Stalker radar unit might have measured a different vehicle than the Chevrolet?
No.
Okay. And for purposes of the record, you mentioned this again previously, but what is the posted speed where you were at the time?
65.
Okay. And what speed did the Stalker radar measure the Chevrolet driving at?
64.
So 1 mile per hour under the posted speed limit?
Correct.
Okay. Based on your experience as a law enforcement officer, is it possible for accidents to occur between stationary vehicles and vehicles driving at 64 miles per hour?
It could happen.
Okay. If an accident had occurred at those speeds, can injuries potentially result?
Probably and possibly severe.
Okay. Did you ever successfully conduct a traffic stop on this Chevrolet?
I did.
Okay. Where did this stop take place, if you recall?
It would have been nearby, approximately the same location.
Okay. And still in Butler County?
Yes.
Okay. Once you conducted the stop, did you personally speak to the driver of the Chevrolet?
I did.
Can you do you see the driver of the Chevrolet present in the Zoom conference?
Yes.
Can you please point them out and give a brief description for the court?
She's got long hair, glasses. She's got a white background with photos on the wall and looks like a red, like a blind in a window.
Okay.
She's got a red shirt on, it looks like.
Okay. Your Honor,
He just did everything he could to avoid describing her by skin color.
Let the record reflect that the witness has identified the defendant.
The record shall so reflect.
Master Trooper, during this second stop, I guess I should say, did the driver of the Chevrolet ever provide you with official identification?
Yes.
And could you please describe this official identification for the court?
She would have handed me her driver's license.
Okay. Do you recall what state this driver's license was out of?
It was Kansas.
Okay. During this second traffic stop, did you discuss the defendant's passing your parked patrol vehicle in the immediately adjacent lane at 64 miles per hour while your flashing signal lights were activated?
We did discuss the reason for stop.
Okay.
And she felt that she didn't do anything wrong because she was driving under 65 miles an hour. I explained to her that I didn't stop her for speeding, but because she didn't yield to my stationary emergency vehicle. And she couldn't move over. There was opposing traffic, but she also did not slow down to a speed that was safe for me and the other violator on the side of the road with her going by.
Okay. And per your previous testimony, the requirements of is it the requirements of KSA 8:15:30 that in these situations drivers have to decrease their speed to a safe speed?
Yes.
Okay. Did you ever write the defendant a citation for failure to yield to an authorized emergency vehicle?
I did.
Okay. Your Honor, at this time, I respectfully request leave of the court to share my screen.
Granted. Destiny, do you need to flip the switch for him to do that?
No, he should be able to, Your Honor.
Okay.
Oh, we got dash cam. Maybe.
Master Trooper, do you see the video footage on the screen?
Yes.
Do you know what kind of video footage this is?
Inside car dash camera.
Okay. And are you familiar with inside car dash camera, to use your words, in your ordinary course of business?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have personal knowledge of this particular video footage?
Yes.
Okay. And what is this video footage of?
Yeah. It was like a week or two ago, we played a video where somebody drove by an officer opening his door and he broke his hand or something.
That's the day and time in question, and I'm still on the side of the road with the violator from the first traffic stop that we had discussed.
Okay. So is it your testimony that you were personally present at the time of the events depicted in this video footage?
Yes.
Okay. To the best of your knowledge, has this video footage been altered in any way?
No.
Okay. And to the best of your knowledge, is this an accurate depiction of the events of the first December 7th, 2024 stop?
Yes.
Your Honor, at this time, the state moves to admit the video footage of the first December 7th, 2024 stop as State's Exhibit 1.
Hearing no objections, Exhibit 1 will be admitted.
Your Honor, at this time, I respectfully request leave of the court to play the video footage from approximately minute marker 0 minutes and 50 seconds to 2 minutes and 0 seconds.
050 to 200.
Yes, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
Oh, he's got one of those, like, he's got the hat straps.
Very good. For those back, this is citation for the speed. You have to pay your appeal on it for January 6th. You can pay in person through the mail and online. Back. Any questions? All right. You have to take proof. All right. Thanks, you. You don't have to apologize. Take care.
Crap, did we miss it? Did I miss it, I should say. Well, we're looking for a Cavalier, right? Driving in a Chevy. I think we're looking. No? Oh. Well, that was pretty close. Oh, it's coming. No, I meant like when she passed him by. Oh, that was it? The dark SUV? Yitter. All right, let's jury this one real quick. Hang on. Let's jury this one. All right. All right. Hang on. Let's see. Oh, I already passed it. Let's see how close she actually gets. Yeah. Oh. Jeez. Going way too fast. Hold on. Was it here? All right. Is after this. So cars going by. Okay, the white one was kind of hugging the dotted line, but there was also traffic. Oh, that other guy's all the way in the other side.
January 6th, you can pay in person through the mail and
Okay.
online.
That one's pretty close to the lines.
Questions? All right, you have to take proof, all right?
Damn it, Joe.
You don't have to apologize. Take care.
This is value added work right here. Oh yeah, the speed matters too. Sorry. All right. I don't know about whatever.
This video footage that causes you to amend your earlier testimony in any way?
No.
Your Honor, with the court's leave, I will stop sharing my screen.
Yeah, that was it. I mean, it didn't look too different than the other cars passing, but I couldn't tell the speed relative to the other people that passed by.
Very well. Is it the testimony that this is the Traverse that you were talking about, the defendant's vehicle?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead, Mr. McGear.
Yeah, that's probably the main part.
Your Honor, barring any redirect, no further questions.
All right, Ms. Stevens, you may you may proceed with cross-examination. This is not your time to testify and tell your version of what happened. That will come later. If you have any questions about the trooper's testimony, you may ask those questions at this time, but limit them to his testimony and follow up. Don't
Okay.
start on any testifying, even if it gets tempting.
All
ahead.
right. Thank you, Your Honor. Just wanting to, well, good afternoon, Trooper. Excuse me. I would like to go back to your testimony or your sworn testimony about the area that you were first stopped in. You stated in your testimony that that is a clear shot straight road. Was that your testimony?
Roughly, yes.
Okay. And also in your testimony, at first you stated that that there was no oncoming traffic. As we see in the video, there was oncoming traffic.
Objection, Your Honor, testifying on cross.
Sorry, but it was your sworn testimony that there was no oncoming traffic.
If I may.
Please answer. Yes, go ahead.
It was not
You sold it though.
My testimony that there is no oncoming traffic, I said that you could not move over because there was other traffic.
Okay. All right. And is it your sworn testimony that on your, what do you call your speed thingy?
My stalker radar.
Stalker radar. So thank you. Your stalker radar, that weird name. um, your stalker radar, that it is equipped to differentiate which vehicle is going at which rate of speed. Was that your sworn testimony?
I said that it favors the closest vehicle.
Okay. And at the time of, if we look back at the video at about, I believe it would have been around 1:32 on the video, 1 minute 32 seconds, where the white vehicle was coming south as the defendant, myself's vehicle, was going north. Uh, could you tell which one was the closest to your vehicle as far as passing is concerned?
So the Stalker Dual DSR radar has two antennas, one points forward and one points rear to the rear. When I checked the defendant's speed, it was coming up behind me. So it would have been that vehicle only. It would not have been checking both vehicles simultaneously.
Oops, sorry. Okay. Sorry. My only other question for you is, when you approached my car, did you happen to notice how many occupants were in the car?
Objection, Your Honor. Relevance.
Overruled. I'll let her ask it.
I don't remember total number of occupants. I believe there is a front seat passenger.
Okay. At any time, do you remember any statements made by myself or the occupant?
Objection, Your Honor. Hearsay.
She just asked if he remembered. She didn't ask what they said. She's getting very close. You can ask him if your question, but don't be asking him what was said unless the person that said it is here to testify, Miss.
Yes, ma'am. Do you remember the defendant, myself? Do you remember at the time of the stop, after you had told stop was for, saying that I would be recording?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Okay. And at the time of the stop with my vehicle, you say you don't remember me saying that I was recording. Do you remember possibly saying why would I want to record?
I don't.
Okay. Do you happen to remember it being said, I am contacting my attorney?
I don't.
Okay. No further questions, Your Honor.
All right, any redirect, Mr. Regier?
Very briefly, Your Honor. Master Trooper, when you measure the defendant's speed using stalker radar, is it your testimony that you measured the defendant's speed?
Based on what he just asked? No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. All right, Trooper Herber, you are free to leave or stay unless Mr. Regier or Ms. Stevens plans to recall you.
Your Honor, the state would request that Master Trooper Herber remain in the Zoom conference in the event of a rebuttal witness being necessary.
All right, sir, are you able to do that?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Very well, Mr. Regier, any further witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
All right, state rest.
State does so rest, Your Honor.
All right, now, Ms. Stevens, you can present any evidence if you want. Again, you don't have to. And it will not be used against you as evidence of guilt if you don't, but if you want to present evidence, either through your own testimony or someone else's, you're certainly welcome to call any remaining witnesses you have.
Well, my one witness would have been a passenger. I believe her son had an appointment, so she was unable to get on because he is autistic, and they are having treatment right now. But I would like to testify on my own behalf.
All right, please raise
Okay.
your hand.
Okay. Sorry.
Problem.
For the record, I haven't actually seen this. I'm really hoping we get her video from her from her phone or whatever that she mentioned.
You solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you may lower your hand. Please state your name and then tell me what you wish to have the court consider.
My name is Candace R. Stevens.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, it's
Okay.
Candace.
I would like the court to consider, after hearing the trooper's testimony, that in fact, the area that I was traveling in on that day is as you come out of Cali County, is a very hilly and very curvy area. Leaving the
Oh yes, the hilly curvy defense.
Cali County line, hitting the Butler County line, there is a big stone. I traveled this road hundreds of times. There's a big stone that lets you know you are now entering Butler County. That stone, it sits on the hill. As I was coming up towards the trooper, he was on a curve. By the time I got down the hill, um, not only was there a white dual cab diesel truck telling my behind trying to pass me, telling me, not my, sorry, I would say behind, trailing me, and then turned off. Excuse me. I had very little opportunity to really slow down, but also there was oncoming traffic. As we see in the video, there was a white, I don't know the make or model, but it was a little white car coming towards us. It passed me right in between being, I would say, almost even with the trooper's vehicle before even passing the blue vehicle. I know it was a blue vehicle because I was being nosy, as I always do, when I know it's a vehicle that may be somebody I know, and I had slowed down because I could not move over anyway.
I'm just replaying this the way I think I just heard it in my head, but she said, I was being nosy when I nose a vehicle that I nose. Crap, I already forgot it, but something like that.
So I had slowed down and was looking to see if I noticed if that was my client. I am a community health worker, and it looked like my client that I had just left out of Winfield earlier. But I noticed it was not, so I continued. Uh, but at the time, there was no possible way for me to have moved over, even though I had slowed down. There was no possible way for me to move over, as we know in the statute of, we already established that at 8-1530, section B, line 2, about if the driver is in that type of situation, only thing they're to do is to slow down. They cannot move over. And it also says in part C that it is the duty, I'm sorry, trying to read and look at this, the duty for the driver to have due regard for the safety of all persons, not just the trooper, but all persons using the highway. And that is what I was doing on that day. I was thinking about all persons on that highway, including the sick.
She just made her own argument against herself. So, good job, lady.
6 lives I had in my vehicle, and the life of the trooper, and the life of the first stop, and the life of those cars that were passing me. So I did what was all in my power to do to safely pass him. But instead of, I would say, being patted on the back for trying to do something that was safe, that could have, if I would have did anything else, if I would have moved over to the left, then how many lives would have been lost that day? There was an unborn baby because my daughter was pregnant, and I had my 3-year-old son by adoption, and I had 3 other grandchildren in the car that day. So if I would have had tried to pull over an inch, which I did kind of ride the median, and if there was more sound that you could hear, I was riding the median, because it bumps when you're on the median there. I mean, on that middle thing, it bumps. If anybody has ever crossed that, it does make a noise. And I was trying to be as cautious as can be with what little room there was to move over. But as he turned on his lights, I was almost to Douglas. So from the area where he was stopped with that vehicle, it took him, I can't even tell you approximately how many miles, but I know it was another hill area that he had to come over the hill and come down in order to even pull me over. I'm very versed in that area between Winfield and Douglas and Augusta. Like I said, I travel that quite often. And we were traveling to my grandson's birthday on that afternoon. But anyway, but I feel that I should not have been ticketed because I followed the law to the best of my ability. If I had not, then we would have multiple lives either injured or dead because I would have did something that is would have been still seen against the law because I would have caused a wreck of one or more vehicles. And I did feel at that time that I needed to record because of my skin color. I don't.
Right. The officer even said there was oncoming traffic, that the pulling over part wasn't the factor, it was the speeding factor.
Don't feel safe with law enforcement. So I did let him know I would be recording. And he got an attitude with me and my occupant.
Objection, Your Honor, not in evidence.
She's putting it in there. Go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Overruled.
And
All right. Flow chart. So now we have the windy, hilly defense, and we have the I don't feel safe defense.
he got an attitude with me. Also, during that traffic stop, if we was to go to play all the way through the traffic stop, he put himself in danger. Instead of staying on the right side of my vehicle where he started off at, he moved to the left side. And I even at the time said to him, well, you're putting yourself in more danger. There's more cars coming that we're not moving over. If we would like, we could play that video if it does please the court.
It's up to you. It's whatever you want to present.
Okay. All right. Am I allowed to share?
Sure.
Can we play? We got the video. Oh my God, we've got the video. I have a feeling this is going to be exactly what we think it's going to be.
Now, are you replaying the state's video or are you replaying the one you are going to play the one you recorded? Ms. Stevens.
Oh, she gone. Now, if she doesn't play her video, we know that Regeer's not going to let her play his video. She's going to go get her VHS, hook it up to her phone.
Are you still there? I'm sorry. Somebody was trying to cut through.
I am. Ms. Stevens, what video are you going to play? Are you going to replay the one I've seen or are you going to play the one that you made of the stop?
No, it is the one. It is still the same video. I asked and paid for the video of the dash cam so I can have it also as my evidence.
Oh, she did it for you.
And so I do have it. If I'm allowed to share and be able to play the actual stop.
You are. Again, Destiny, does she need any kind of, do you have any kind of override that needs to be released for this sharing?
No, Your Honor, she should be able just to share.
And Your Honor, the state would object to the defendant playing any purported video footage as it has not been established through proper foundation, nor has the defendant laid adequate testimony.
And then, oh, my nose keeps hitting the mute button. We got Regeer being Regeer. She needs to go back and remember all the questions that Regeer asked, and then she's got to ask the same questions.
More evidence to show that it is in fact the same video footage and has not been altered in any fashion.
Well, you really should answer those questions, Ms. Stevens.
And Your Honor, is the defendant really in a position to answer those questions for purposes of laying appropriate foundation, for purposes of admitting another exhibit?
I don't know if she's got the ability or not. Ms. Stevens, why don't you present it the way the officer did and ask, do you want maybe we can just have Mr. Regeer's thinking that you haven't established that it is the same video that the officer had, that he's seen it, that it hasn't been altered. Do you want to just have him replay the one he had?
Yes, if he doesn't mind replaying. And I'm so sorry, man.
Oh, your objection's coming back to bite you.
His phone trying to switch back and forth because my computer would not work. If he would just go ahead and play forward to the actual traffic stop after I have pulled over, if the court will allow.
Mr. Aguirre, can you just turn that video back on and let it play a little longer?
If that
You just muted yourself, but yes,
He wants
I'd
to
like,
object so
that might
bad.
be the easiest way to do it.
Oh, he wants to say no so bad.
So, Ms. Stevens, you're basically asking the court to reconsider State's Exhibit 1, right?
Yes,
Okay. To review it, review a state's.
review it. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Your Honor, if I may.
Sure, go ahead.
Fast. And you're driving in a Chevy. Camera 1, camera 2. Camera 1, camera 2. All right, still straight, still straight. Little bit hilly. Little bit hilly coming up, little bit curvy.
You can also see that the road is curving.
Un poquito. Where's the rock? Do we see a rock? Look for a rock. Where's the rock? It's barely a curve. Oh, is that the rock? No, there's this mailbox. Nope, that one's a bush. Oh, I didn't see a rock. Did you see a rock? This is some big hills.
Okay, we reviewed the portion that the state played. Now, what are you wanting to do, Ms. Stevens?
I want to show the differentiation from him stepping on that side where it is safe to moving over. If this is about safety of a trooper, about him moving over, as you see how close to the yellow line that my tires are, and as we watch, we can see how many cars pass by that do not move over. And then I would like to establish how many
Your
cars
Honor,
pass.
relevance, the other vehicles are not on trial here.
But I would like to show the relevance of what the safety, if this is because of a safety issue of me not moving over when he said I did not move over.
I see this as an issue of whether the state has the elements of 8-15-30 or not.
Yes, ma'am. I mean, Your Honor.
So now that statute, I'm sure, was enacted with safety of officers in mind, because so many officers that I have personally known over the years have been just flat run over by motorists in traffic stops. But I don't know that I should be looking at that as much as just the individual elements of the statute. You've addressed some of those already, Ms. Stevens. So I don't know that I need any arguments about safety, although I am curious, for clarification, you said something about how close you are to the yellow line. I see a white line next to your car and yellow.
Well, I'm sorry. I don't see well. So to me on video, it looks yellow. I'm sorry. The white line
Okay.
for the shoulder. I'm sorry. The shoulder line.
Okay.
I do apologize.
Okay. Well, now, did you want to show any more video, or is this what you wanted me to see?
What I was actually trying to lay out there was when he moved over to my left side and put himself in danger, which could have caused him, as we say, we're worried about the trooper being hit because they're doing a action of stopping a vehicle on the side of a road, but he did not take into account of how many vehicles were coming up behind him.
Objection, Your Honor, speculation.
Right. Okay.
Sorry.
So do you want to play any more video, or can we take it down?
I would like to have moved forward to where.
Yeah, that. So that was the statute that she quoted. She wants Regier to play the officer moving from one side of the vehicle to the other at the traffic stop for some reason, but the video ended, and I don't think she realized that.
He moved from my right side to my left side.
All right, let's see what happens. Let it run a little longer, Mr. McGee.
One moment, Your Honor.
Maybe it didn't. Okay.
I'm pretty sure if you are able to forward, you can forward to that.
No, let's just let him run it.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Course.
Kansas statute 81530. And again, it has nothing to do with moving over. It's slowing down part. Oh. Somebody in the back is eating all the party favors. Littering.
You said you had a passenger sitting there on his side. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Who handed out my driver's license to him.
Why you pull me over? License and registration. Why did you pull me over? License and registration. Why? I know my laws. Call your supervisor. 32nd Amendment.
There's one car that went by that was very close to my car.
Yeah.
And there was no oncoming cars for that. That car could have had moved over.
Call your supervisor. Is your camera on? I'm kind of surprised he doesn't have body cam. Well, maybe he does. Littering and what is that? An Equinox? No.
And this is a long video because it was a very long stop.
No, it's Kansas Ace. Kansas. Yeah, that's weird. You're weird. That was probably also said at the car. You're weird. That's weird. I got a tumor in my eye.
And another car goes by. No oncoming traffic, would not pull over.
Well, I am going to sustain Mr. Regier's earlier objection about those kind of comments because, as he said,
Okay.
whether they pull over or not, they're not the ones on trial. I mean, maybe they're breaking the law too, but that's not going to help your case or hurt his or yours, either one.
Yeah, plus you got to point out the ones that are doing well. So interesting. I don't remember which district or which circuit, or it might have been the Supreme Court, ruled sometime within the last X number of years that lost paused or shut off body cam footage could be used against the prosecution side.
Because it's not really the issue. It's what you did, not what they did.
Yeah.
Although I can see
They
who
call,
pulls over and who doesn't. Ms. Stevens, do you want the video to continue playing?
Credence and Mikey.
We can stop because I don't know at what point he comes back over and he gets on my left side with oncoming traffic at his backside. So, and a semi.
All right, so at this time, Trooper, you're running her driver's license and insurance, that sort of thing.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
And I will add, I have no prior anything on my record.
Objection, Your Honor. Relevance.
Come on, Regier. That's whatever.
That I am a law-abiding citizen. That is my
Objection, Your Honor.
relevance.
Arguing on
All right, I've allowed it. We'll move on.
Okay, we can stop, Your Honor,
All right, thank you, Mr. Regier.
because it's a long video apparently.
All right, you can remove the share screen, Mr. Regier. All right, Ms. Stevenson, anything else you want to testify to?
Only thing I want to testify to is that I did what all I could do to make the situation safe for all that was involved, for my passengers, for the trooper, and for those that were also traveling on that road. And now I feel I'm being punished for trying to do something that was right in the statute laws. And I believe in anybody's, life, they would have been thanking me for doing the right thing.
All right, Mr. Regier, cross-examination.
No questions from the state, Your Honor.
To be honest, the best part is at the very, very end. But yeah, it gets a little worse. Better.
All right. Any other witnesses you want to call, Ms. Stevens?
Yeah, my witness did walk in.
All right. Who is your witness?
Where's the video?
My daughter that was in the car that day, Kishana Ratzloff.
All right.
Ratzlaff.
Put her in front of the
There you go.
put her in front of the camera.
My name is.
Please sit down in front of the camera and understand you are in
Oh, she has an excellent sweatshirt on.
court of law.
My
Even though it may not look like it from where you are. Please raise your right hand. You solemnly swear the testimony ma'am, solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
All right. Now, please ask your questions and please directly answer the questions given to you. Starting with what your name is.
Kishana Ratzlaff.
How do you spell that?
KEISHAWNA RATZLOFF.
All right. And where are you from?
Art, Kansas City, Kansas.
And I understand you're the daughter of the defendant.
Yes.
How old are you?
I just turned 24.
So you would have been 24, December of 24, 23.
I just turned 24 December of 2025.
What day was your birthday?
December 13th.
So you are almost 24, but just 23, it looks like at the time of the stop.
No, I'm 24 right now.
Okay, but in December 7th of 2024, how old were you?
23.
23.
Math.
All right. Now, Miss Stevens, you're going to need to ask your questions where I can hear your questions and I can hear her answer.
Can you hear me, Your Honor?
Yes.
Okay. Kishana, on the day in question, do you remember as we were driving down the Butler County Highway?
Hold on, you're kind of testifying by telling her that you were driving down the road on Butler County. You're going to have to ask questions in a non-leading way. Just Ask her what happened December 7th,
You need Regier's list. You gotta start all over.
24.
What happened December 7th, 2024?
We were on our way to Wichita to celebrate my youngest son's birthday and go to Build-A-Bear. And we took Butler County Road. I was also 6, 7 months pregnant with my daughter. And it was either right before or right after the curve, before Douglas. The state trooper had was pulled over to the side. He had his lights off and everything. His traffic stop was over with. He was in his car. We were passing. We was going north, but there was a pickup truck, pickup truck going south on the other lane. At the same time as we was passing the sheriff, and my mom did slow down when she knew she couldn't move lanes. And then about a mile or so later, we realized this happened so long ago. We saw there was lights behind us. We didn't realize we were getting pulled over right away, but when we did, she pulled over. I hit record because this is America, and this state trooper came and was like saying you didn't switch lanes, and we were like pretty much couldn't. We had a car full of kids. We had my 2 boys, me pregnant, my baby brother, and then my mother. So a lot of
If the court's going to allow this line of questioning to continue, the state would lodge a continuing objection on grounds of relevance.
Objection noted. Go ahead, Ms. Ratzlaff.
I have no idea what any of that means.
This means go ahead, proceed with your testimony.
Oh, okay. So if she would have moved over into the other lane, we all would have been in a wreck.
Objection, Your Honor. Speculation.
I'm going to allow it. Go ahead, Ms. Stevens.
I haven't been to traffic court since I was like 17, and I do know it's very informal. Regier should know that. But whatever, dude.
Okay.
Oh yeah, sorry. And just about everybody in traffic court is pro se. Almost everybody.
And the state trooper was in his vehicle, so he was in no harm's way in any danger.
Your Honor, if the court's going to allow this line of questioning to continue, the state would also lodge a continuing objection on grounds of speculation.
I will sustain that. You can't speculate as to what would have happened to the officer, whether somebody would have gotten hit. But I think I've got enough common sense. So if you tell me where everybody was located, I can figure it out.
Okay. And pretty much he came to my side of the vehicle majority of the time and talking. It was me and I have it all on video. Me and my mother was talking to him. We were still very respectful. You could kind of tell by his demeanor he was pretty much wanting to take control, but we still remained respectful. And then
yeah, that's the kind of speculation that you don't want to be doing. You can describe his behavior, but you cannot get inside his brain and tell what he was wanting to do.
That was my opinion. That's just how I talk.
Well, you said that he wanted to take control. You can tell me why you thought that. Tell me that he did.
I felt like he wanted to be like.
Objection, Your Honor. Speculation.
Oh, go ahead and try. I'm gonna let her go ahead and say what she's trying to say. Why she thinks he was trying to take.
Don't cry, Kishana. Calm down. Don't cry. Don't cry. I need you to finish testifying.
Regier, you made her cry. Stop lawyering.
Take a breather. Take a breath. Take a breath. Take a breath.
Oh, no, I feel bad.
In
Hope
your
she's
own
not in law
words.
school.
I am.
In your opinion.
No, not opinions. I don't want opinions. I want facts. Now, he may have been, as an officer would do, he might want to have taken control of his traffic stop. But for her to say that's what he was doing, she needs to be able to describe things that were said, demeanor, that sort of thing. But without making her own conclusion of what he was trying to do.
So he said that she didn't yield at the time, like I guess of the stop, however you word that one law, and she stated that she did slow down, and he also stated that he did clock her at 64, which is on record. It was just pretty much like the whole ordeal is just like we would have moved over, we all could have been dead.
Objection, Your Honor, speculation.
All right, go ahead, Ms. Stevens. Do you have anything else you want to say?
That's it.
The objection is noted, Mr. McGee.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I am giving her a little more leeway since she's a lay witness and was brought in by the defendant. All right, do you have any cross-examination of the witness, Mr. McGee?
No, Your Honor.
All right, do you have any other witnesses, Ms. Stevens?
No, I don't.
Any other evidence, or does the defense rest?
I rest.
All right.
The daughter or the niece or whoever she was wearing a Colorado School of Mines sweatshirt, so she goes to school there. I mean, that's a top 50 engineering school. She just needs some social skills and a little bit of a thick skin.
Okay, well, thank you, Ms. Stevens, for coming in and exercising your right to have this trial.
You okay?
Thank you, Mr. Regier, for doing your part as the state's witness. At this time, and thank you, Trooper, for your subpoena. At this time,
Okay.
okay, you're in court, Ms. Stevens. At this time, I have considered the testimony,
Or you can get that at Goodwill.
and I
my
have
Harvard
reviewed the
sweatshirt.
statute. I've looked at the videos, and I do find that you failed the duty of a driver on approach of authorized emergency vehicle pursuant to KSA 8-1530. In other words, Ms. Stevens, I do find you guilty. The officer was very credible, and the video seemed to support that he had been making a traffic stop, lights on, and he was wrapping up that stop when your vehicle with your family approached him, and you appeared very sincere when you and your daughter both said you felt if you'd pulled over, you would have had a wreck, but that is not consistent with the officer's testimony. That isn't consistent with what I think I saw on the video. It has been a little bit, but I saw some vehicles coming that direction, but I saw no reason at certain points where you couldn't have pulled over, but certainly you could have slowed down, and the officer did check your speed. You were still going at 74. If you were slowing down and still at 74, you would have been way over the speed limit anyway. But you certainly should have given more room to the officer, whether it was by pulling over or by slowing down. And I just don't see that you have complied with your duties as a driver when approaching an authorized emergency vehicle who was making use of visual signals, meeting the requirements of KSA 8-1720 or 8-1722D and amendments thereto, which requires you to do those things that both parties have mentioned. So I'm finding you guilty. Your fine is $195 scheduled with 108 court costs. Total due of $303. Do you need some time to pay that?
A whole bunch of time.
30 days, 60 days, 90 days?
90 days.
All right.
And I will be appealing.
Okay, to pay within 90 days, You have, you can appeal this. I believe it's 14 days to appeal this
Oh, I sure will.
to the
Driving
Kansas
while
Court of
black.
Appeals. Now,
Driving while black.
Miss Stevens, that's offensive. It's racist, and I don't appreciate it.
I'm not a racist. I'm the only race here right now, minority wise.
But you're accusing us of going after you because you were.
Oh, I got proof that the judicial system goes against black people.
All right,
I can
we're not
state
going down,
cases.
ma'am, we're not going down that path. The evidence speaks for itself, regardless of whether you're black, white, pink, purple. It doesn't matter. It's the evidence, not the color of your skin. Now, if you do appeal this, you must post an appeal bond. Destiny, please make sure this is noted. She must post an appeal bond of $303 cash if she appeals this. And I set them at the amount of the fine and the costs so that if you do not prevail on your appeal, the ticket and the court costs will be paid. If you do prevail on the ticket, you can always get that money back. Your appeal bond will be $303. It's not enough just to appeal a notice, say you're going to appeal and file a notice. You have to follow through with that with the Kansas Court of Appeals. If you don't know how to do all of that on your own, you might want to hire an attorney to help you do that. But that's my judgment at this time.
Oh, I hate white people.
You hate white people, that is noted. It is also noted that immediately after the defendant yelled, "I hate white people," she disappeared from my screen as if she hung up. But again, this decision has nothing to do with color, but on elements of the crime, and I believe she has violated the elements of the crime, the statute, traffic crime, and that it's not a crime, it's an infraction. I was thinking that was a misdemeanor. With that being said, we will be in adjournment. Thank you all.
Thank you, Judge, and the state would thank Master Trooper Herber for honoring his subpoena multiple times throughout this matter before he departs.
Yes, thank you, Master
Thank
Trooper.
you, Mr. Gear, and Your Honor.
I probably could have played like the last quarter of that, but it's fun to see the whole hearing. It's fun. Thanks, Bucky. Thanks, Buck. If she gets a lawyer and fights that, I bet. Yeah, whatever. Good luck. Figure it out. All right, what time is it? Oh, I got plenty of time. You know what? Let's do another lawyer. Except for this one's a little different.